Welcome, everyone. I'm Ben from the YMCA of Greater Boston, and this is Mindful Yoga. And I thought we'd explore our uniqueness, the uniqueness in our bodies as we show up in our yoga practice each time. And so, with that in mind, let's just do a little bit of warming up of the hip joints, because we're going to explore the range of motion in our hips by holding onto your knees and just rolling around in circles. Let your upper body circle around one way and then the other way. Just keeping your breath flowing, bringing your awareness again and again back to the feel of your body. And then come to stillness. And let's come into butterfly pose. So bring the soles of your feet together and just notice how far your knees will move down toward the mat. Just notice where they are naturally. Maybe you can hold on to your ankles and press them down a little bit deeper toward the mat, and just notice what stops you. Where do you feel that heightened sensation? Is it in the inner thighs? Do you feel it out here in the outside of the hips? If it's on the outside of the hips, it's very likely compression. The bones of your femur, your thigh bone, and your pelvis kind of bumping up against each other. So just notice that limit, honor that limit, don't try to force beyond it. And then come back into your sitting cross-leg pose. And again, even here, the same factors can affect how far we can bring our knees down to the mat. Some people can get their knees right down to the mat. In fact, some people could bring their foot right up on the thigh and get the other foot right up on the other thigh. That would be lotus pose. My body just doesn't go there. My hip bones are structured in such a way that I just don't have that kind of freedom of movement. So I just honor my body and I find the depth that works for me. The uniqueness of our individual bodies is something that we want to keep in mind throughout our practice and honor those natural limits that we have. Don't try to force or push beyond them. And I'd like to offer a quote from a yoga teacher. His name is Bernie Clark, and this is from his book, Your Body, Your Yoga, where he talks about the importance of our uniqueness. He writes, "You are unique. That is nothing new, but the implications of this short statement are vast. You are unique, and therefore what works for you, what suits your body, your biology, will be different from what works for other people. Due to your uniqueness, what stops you may be totally different from what stops your yoga teacher, or if you are a yoga teacher, what stops your students may be very different from what stops you." So, as we move through our practice today, just notice what stops you, notice where those heightened sensations are. If you're not looking just like me in the pose, that's fine. That's your unique body. Honor it, celebrate it. Maybe you can go significantly deeper than I can go in a certain yoga posture. Just listen to your body and find your wholesome depth each time. So let's move down onto our backs. Extend the legs out. Just relax your arms at your sides. And sweep your arms out to the sides and back behind you. And now we'll stretch the whole length of the body. Toes forward, hands, fingers back. Big breath. And exhale, release. Just the right side. Right heel forward, right hand back. Now can you take the left hand on the right wrist? So you press it back and get a little bit more stretch going. And release. Left heel forward, left hand back. Breathe into the stretch. Right wrist can take it a little deeper. And release. Good. Now take your arms out to a T position and bring your feet flat. And draw your knees in toward your chest. And extend your legs up toward the sky. Open your legs apart, keeping your low back anchored to the mat. Now we'll move, get the arm, shoulder, hip joints moving. Coordinating with the breath. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, arms and legs cross. And inhale, open. Now the other arm and leg cross in front. Inhale, spread open. And alternate the arm and leg that cross in front each time. Now can you also rotate those arms? Turn the palms out to the sides as the arms open. Turn the palms in as they cross. Now if it's not too much to think about, try rotating the hips as well. Turn the toes in toward each other, pigeon toes as your legs cross. Turn the toes out toward the sides as your legs open. And release. Bring your feet back down, bring your arms back to your sides. Just let your feet rest flat and take your arms out once again to a T position. Just rest here for a moment. Feel the effects of the exercises we've done so far. Let go. And now feet together. Let the knees drop to the right side and the head to the left. Inhale, come up. Exhale, knees to the left, head to the right. Inhale, come up. And knees to the right, head to the left. So continue. You can keep that breathing rhythm that I've started you with, or find your own breathing rhythm. Somewhat that depends on the rate of movement. And let's come back up and bring the arms back to your sides and draw the knees in toward the chest, and then wrap your arms underneath your knees. And let's move into some spinal rocking. So options: gentle rocking side to side, or a little more active, stimulating spinal rocking forward and back. Just see what feels best in your body. And then coming up to a sitting position. And if you remember which leg was in front when we started, just switch, just for symmetry and balance. And place your hands on your knees. Now we'll move through 6 movements of the spine. So the back bend, just gently pull on those knees, press the belly and chest forward and look up. Breathe in. And then as you breathe out, just start to bring your chin down toward your chest, press your navel toward your spine. Breathe in through the nose if possible. Filter the air that you take into your lungs. Exhale, rounding out through the nose or the mouth. Again, once more, both ways. And coming back to sitting upright, place one hand out to the side, lift the other arm up and over, and stretch that side body, reach that arm. Good, lift the arm up, place the hand down, and let the other arm reach away. Stretch that side body. Good, and now we'll flow a little bit more quickly from side to side. Keep it flowing and natural, nothing rushed, just ease. Bringing awareness to sensation. Good, passing thoughts, just let them wash across the sky of your mind. Come back to your breath and your body. Good, and then the arms come up overhead and bring your arms back down and extend your legs out. We're going to shift around onto hands and knees. So we've done 4 of the 6 movements of the spine, forward and back bends, side bends. Here is the rotation, the spinal twist. And we'll start by sliding the left arm under. Now you could come to the elbow and the forearm and then take that right arm out to the side and up. Or if you want to go deeper, you could take that left arm all the way through. So the shoulder, the side of the head rests on the mat. And then that right arm to the sky. And just explore. So this is another way that we can bring our uniqueness to our yoga practice. You could simply hold steady, or you could find your edge. Where in your body might you move just a little differently? Just explore the subtle shifts. And then bring your hand back down. Slide your left arm out, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. So the right arm, either just bring it to the elbow and the forearm, or all the way through. And again, if it works to extend that left arm up toward the sky, go there. Another way that we can explore uniqueness is just come up with a little flow of our own, moving the joints, the fingers, the wrist, the elbow, the shoulder. Sort of like a little dance, a slow motion dance of that upper arm. And release. The hand comes back down. And then slide the right arm out so you're back in your tabletop. Now we'll work the back of that right leg by extending the right leg back. Lift it up so it's parallel to the floor, and then begin to pulse the leg. Just working those hamstring and glute muscles. Then pause. Now, keeping the upper body steady, the buttocks, the chest, head. Sweep the leg from side to side. And then bring that leg back to center. And see if you can make little circles with that leg. So again, these may need to be slow. Try to get them nice and round. And then reverse direction. Good. And then pause and bring that knee down. So extend the left leg back. Let's bring that same sequence to the work in the back of that left leg by lifting the leg parallel and then pulsing it. It's generating some heat, building some strength in the buttock and the hamstring muscles. Pause. Now, keeping upper body steady, just working with the leg. Abduction, way out to the side. Adduction, cross your body. And then bring the leg back to center, extending it straight back. Just explore making little circles with that leg from the hip joint. And then reverse the direction. Good. And then bring the knee right back down. And so now we'll move up into downward facing dog. So curling your toes under, and you could be on the palms, you could be on the knuckles. Just making the adjustments necessary to keep your body safe. Press your heels toward the mat. Lift your tailbone toward the sky. Press your chest down towards your feet. Think long lines from the heels up to the tip of the buttocks. The top of the buttocks, down the back, down the arms. How about walking your downward dog in place? Just give one heel a little press. Feel the effect in the calf muscles. The other heel. So maybe you stay a little longer on one side and just explore that stretch. Increased flexibility generally comes when we hold a stretch for a little while. 15 seconds, 20 seconds. Good. And then walk your feet in toward the middle of your mat. Walk your hands back toward your feet and just hang forward in ragdoll and sway gently from side to side. And back to center and press into your feet. Roll your body up to standing straight. Lift your shoulders up. Roll them back and down. And now open your legs wide apart. Your feet are rooted to the earth, toes pointing straight ahead, and the arms come up so that they're parallel to the floor. You're in a 5-pointed star, and by hinging forward from the hips, we shift into a standing angle pose. Aim to keep a long spine the whole time. If you're bending the knees a little bit, that's fine. You don't want to lock the knees. The micro bend is just fine. Come as far as you can with a long spine, then bring your hands down to your ankles or your shins or your knees or wherever your hands just naturally find that they can take hold. Tailbone up and back, crown of the head down and forward, long spine. Good. Now bring your hands under your face and begin to walk your hands forward. So they'll likely come off your mat. I have a nice big mat, so my hands are still on the mat, but make sure you have a decent grip on the floor surface or wherever you are. This is wide leg downward facing dog. Again, tailbone up and back, crown of the head down and forward. Now how about walking the hands a little wider apart so that they approach the width of your feet as you move into pyramid pose. Tailbone, the tip of your pyramid, the hands and feet, the 4 corners at the base of your pyramid. Breathe. Where can you relax? Where is the sensation most prominent? Is there a passing thought, an emotion that rises in your awareness? Just take it in. Maybe there's a little message there for you. Then ease your attention back to your physical body. Walk your hands back in toward each other, and then walk your hands back toward the space between your feet. Great. And then just take one arm and extend it out to the side and up, and bring the other hand over toward that leg. Maybe you can take hold of the outer calf or the ankle. Give a little pull. Looking toward that arm, that hand that's lifted. And bring the arm down. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. The other arm sweeps out to the side. And the hand that's down will come over to the leg. Look toward that side where the arm is lifted. If you want to go a little deeper into the twist, pull. Pull with that lower hand on that calf. And then bring the arms down. Good. Bring the hands to the legs. Slide your hands up your legs, rolling right up to standing straight. Good. And walk your feet back in toward each other. And relax for a moment. Just take a few moments to relax and see if your body wants to move in some complementary way. Okay, just listen to your body wisdom. So when we move and hold the yoga pose, we sometimes create a little tension in the body where we've held the pose for a while. So this is another way that we can express our uniqueness in our yoga practice. Just discover where that tension may have been by letting your body move in any way that feels good. Right, let's come to the top of the mat with your feet just about hip distance apart. Lift your shoulders up and back and down. And we'll move into what I call the 5 warrior salute. It's 5 yoga poses, warrior poses, linked together. So we'll start with the right foot stepping way back. So that back foot is flat. the front knee, the left knee right above the ankle. And now your chest is facing front, and you're sweeping your arms out and up overhead. This is warrior one, the front-facing warrior. Relax your shoulders down. Feel your ground, your feet rooted to the earth. Now bring the left arm forward and straight out, parallel to the floor, and the right arm reaches straight back. Now that back foot may need to shift slightly so the feet are perpendicular, and you're gazing out over the right hand. This is the side warrior, our second warrior in the series. And now we'll move into the reverse warrior by bringing right hand down onto the back of the right thigh. Lift that left arm toward the sky. Gaze up toward the left hand, arching back. And just observe in your body where the sensation is most prominent. What is stopping you from going deeper? Discover that natural edge. Honor it. Good. Bring your arms back to parallel. And then take your left forearm and just rest it on that left thigh. And take the right arm up to vertical. And see if you can keep that right arm moving so that it forms an approximate line from that right foot up the leg, up your side, up the arm, out the fingertips. Just gaze under that right arm. And then bring the arm down. Straighten that front leg. Bring the arms out to the sides. Hinge forward. And then bring that back foot forward a little bit. Back toes can touch, or see if you can balance by lifting that back leg. Feel free to bring the toes back down if you're starting to lose your stability. But if you have good balance here, go deeper. Hinge forward. Go a little further down toward the earth. Good. And then bring your arms back to your sides. Feet alongside one another. Relax here. Good. I think that was five separate warrior poses in that sequence. And we'll move through it again on the other side by taking that left foot and stepping it way back. Bring that right knee above the ankle. Back foot is flat and angled slightly. Chest facing front, shoulders back. Sweep those arms up overhead. Relax your shoulders down. Breathe. Hold in warrior pose. Warrior one. What does it mean to be a peaceful, a yoga warrior? In the words of John Wellwood, awareness, courage, and gentleness. These are the basic weapons of the warrior of the heart. Awareness, courage, gentleness. Bring that right arm down, straight ahead. The left arm straight back. Back foot shifts slightly, feet perpendicular. Gaze out over that right hand. Sink down for a little more depth, more challenge. Keep that front knee, that right knee right above the ankle. Good. And then reverse your side warrior by bringing the left hand onto the back of the left leg, the right arm up toward the sky, arching back. And then the arms once again parallel to the floor. Now bring right forearm onto right thigh. Left arm comes up to vertical, goes past vertical. And reach that left arm away. Both feet rooted to the earth. Just gazing under that left arm. Good. And then bring the arms down alongside the leg. The arms come out, parallel to the floor. Hinge forward. Back foot partway forward. Find your balance. Keep the toes touching if necessary. A little micro bend in that front knee so you're not locking the knee. And then lift that back leg if you can. Breathe. Find the depth that works for you. And bring your foot down right alongside the other foot. Lift your shoulders up, back, relax them down. Relax your body. Find that relaxation even in the standing position. Just enjoy that letting go experience. Feet rooted to the earth, shoulders up, back and down. Float your arms out, up overhead, palms touch. Hands down in front of the chest. Inhale your arms up overhead. Exhale, take a deep dive. Come down into your forward fold. And then walk your feet back, coming into your downward facing dog. We've been here before today, pressing the heels toward the earth, tailbone toward the sky, chest down toward the mat. Now you've framed the posture. Can you relax all unnecessary effort? See how relaxed you can be while maintaining the pose. Coming down onto your knees. Coming down onto your thighs, your buttocks, your belly. Your chin comes to your mat. Your arms come to your sides. Now can you slide your hands, palms facing up, under your thighs? Now if that's uncomfortable with the hands underneath, maybe a ring or bracelet or watch is getting in the way, just slide your hands out, keep them at your sides instead. But if you can, keep them under, press your hips and thighs down and lift just the right leg. Hold it there. Feel the muscles working in the back of that leg and then move it. Keep it lifted, but move it out to the right. And then back to center. And then across toward the left. And then back to center. Lift it a little higher. At the same time, lift your head and chest as well. And bring your chin down. Bring your leg down. Relax for a moment. Feel the difference between the two legs, the two thighs. Other side, press the hips and thighs down. Left leg lifts. Move it out to the left. And then bring it back to center and across toward the right, keeping it lifted. The half locust pose. Then lift that leg a little higher and lift the head and chest as well. Ease the leg and the chin right back down. Slide your hands out from underneath. Maybe it would feel good to put one side of your face on the mat. And now bringing your elbows under your chest, press into your elbows. Begin to walk back toward child pose. Your arms are extended out in front and your buttocks are sitting back toward your heels, but only as far back as they comfortably can. Where do you feel the heightened sensations? What's stopping you from going deeper? Is it in your knees, your hips? Just find that edge. Play the edge without forcing beyond that natural limit. And come out of the child and into a tabletop position, and then shift to one side. And extend your legs out in front and wide apart. Sitting up tall. Coming into the seated angle. We did the standing angle earlier. We'll do a seated angle here. Lift your arms. Take a big breath. Now hinge forward. Try to keep a long spine the whole time. It's fine if the knees are slightly bent. Bring your hands down. Take hold. Ankles, feet, shins, knees. Wherever your unique body allows your hands to take hold. And just find that posture. Once again, just let go once you've achieved the frame of the pose. Still working the body so that you're not rounding your back, you're reaching the crown of your head away, hinging forward from the hips, but letting gravity do as much work as possible here. And now we'll shift into a seated side angle. So just take one arm and lift it up. Keep the other hand on the foot or ankle or shin. Lift that upper arm above the head and let that arm extend out along the same line as that leg that's underneath it. And just look under the arm. Breathe. Again, letting gravity do as much work as possible. Be efficient in your yoga practice, working with your body weight and gravity. Breathing deeply, releasing tension in the face, the jaw. And lift the arm. Place that hand down on the leg, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. So just turn the trunk so you're facing the side of the room. Lift that other arm up and over the head and above the leg, and reach it out along the line of the leg. Breathe. And again, you can explore micro movements. We're all going to look and feel different. Our unique bodies will allow our yoga poses to play out in their own unique way. And you can explore that uniqueness through these subtle movements. Discovering your wholesome depth. And then come on back up. And bring your arm down and sitting back up straight and bring your legs back together. I always like to do a little core work in yoga, building strength through the mid region, the abs, lower back. So let's do a core strengthener for the abs. We already did one for the lower back. We were on our bellies. So lift your feet, place your hands under your knees, and extend your arms out over your legs. Now, can you extend your legs? So we're taking this pose in stages. You can always go back to hands underneath. Now you could explore variations. Maybe open your arms and legs wide. Bring them back in. Circle your ankles and wrists. We'll complete the pose. Bring the feet down. Place your hands back behind you. And just rock your knees gently from side to side. Now let's come on to the back and move into a relaxation. So coming right onto your onto your back. We'll end with just a little twist before we move into relaxation. So just like we did at the beginning, feet flat, close together, arms out in a T position. Let's drop the knees over to one side, head to the other side. Come on back up. Knees drop to the opposite side, head to the opposite side. So there's a full rotation all along the length of the spine. Explore that stretch, that twist, and come back up. Bringing your arms back to your sides. Maybe you extend the legs out. Maybe you keep the knees bent if that's more comfortable for you. Just relaxing on your back. Take a nice deep breath and let it go. Scan your body. The aim, your intention is simply to release and relax. Wherever your awareness focuses on your body, relax that area. Let go. Feet, calves, knees, thighs. Let the legs relax. Buttocks and belly, back, chest. Let the trunk of your body relax. Feel your hands and fingers, your wrists and forearms, your elbows and your upper arms, your shoulders. Can you relax deeply along your arms? Your face, soften all around the face, the jaw, the mouth, the eyes. Let go, slacken, release tension in the face. Relax. Now you might choose to stay here for a longer relaxation. In a moment, I'll be guiding us back to sitting, but again, you might stay here or even pause the video so that you can remain in quiet and calm for a longer relaxation. But if you are ready, begin to move the fingers and the toes. Explore larger movements. See what feels good in your body. Again, let your uniqueness determine how you find your way back to where we began. Would a twist feel good? Would a full body stretch feel good right now? When you are ready to come back to sitting, just roll to one side. And then come up to a sitting position. Notice your breath. Notice the feel of your body. And taking this idea of our uniqueness, not only to our yoga practice, but to how we live our lives as well. Again, I'll end with a quote. This is from Bernie Clark in his book, Your Body, Your Yoga. He writes, "Your history, your biography is also uniquely yours. When you consider both your biology and your biography, the raw materials that made you and the forces that shaped you, it is not surprising to find that your needs differ considerably from everyone else's. Your eyeglasses prescription, your shoe size, the position of your driver's seat in your car, which hand you use to write or throw, the way your lips curl when you smile, the curve of your spine and the arches of your feet, all these little and grand variations make you uniquely and undeniably you." So thank you so much for joining me today. Take a nice deep breath. Let it go. Bring your hands to your heart. Namaste.